Today was probably one of my best trading days I had in a long, long time. I'll get to that in a second. But the market last night was really weird with SPY. They had that weird jump at 6 p.m. my time, and kind of stayed there the whole time. And then today it drifted down and then exploded up, and then did really kind of slow stair step climb higher. It was just so weird. Everything else was falling, and SPY was just drifting up. I think something is amiss because we had the next thing we want to look at is the VXX, which was up. So SPY was up 0.5%. VXX was up 1% today, and I think my view is I think what's happening is that the 10-year yield was down. So I'm just trying to figure out what the heck they used to ramp this thing. I think it was brute force today. I think going into this June meeting, they know that they're going to have to, if they sell this balance sheet off, they're going to give it to the banks because the banks aren't lending, and they have to get them some sort of liquidity that generates an income that they can leverage up to survive this next recession. So I wouldn't be surprised. I said yesterday that if it's pushing up, tomorrow, Friday, they may balance the books. We may come down a little bit, but I don't know if I'd be all surprised to see then grind the SPY up into this Fed meeting and trying to sell the bonds out on the high on the 30-year. But we'll see. I'm taking it a day at a time at this point because the market's just correlations are all screwed up right now. And then we have the financials just stuck at the 100-day. They're in trouble. So the only reason why they're not bankrupt is because they get to lie about their asset prices. And then we have UVXY, and that was up 2% today. So it's just the correlations are all messed up. GDX, we're still in our our dust puts, and they got hit it early, but we took their trade back to even, and so and I just think whatever they were trying to do to smash it down didn't work. Look, the only thing I can think of is they're saying, hey, we're not going to raise rates in June. That should be strong for the miners and metals, but they try to sell it off, but they really couldn't. And with the 10-year coming back down, there was no real reason for people to sell these miners off. So we stayed with the trade, and we're going to stay with it tomorrow. XLE, we had a great day on ERX. I'll get to that in a second. UCO, we had UCO puts. I took them off. We crushed it, and I'll put that with a caveat because we had the 17 puts before that got washed out. But at the end of the day, we came out of the UCO trade just fine. I didn't expect the move that we had today. I'm just grateful for it, but it was just unbelievable. Sell the news event on OPEC. IWM, see, that's what I'm saying. It's so weird. This is just a SPY event, and IWM was flat. There's nothing there. It's just it's really a head scratcher for us. ES and SPY used to be a lot of fun to trade, and now they just turned this thing into the zombie apocalypse. With these algos just fighting it out with each other. Apple, they used Apple to push up. The FANGs got pushed up. But here's the interesting thing. Apple was number 1 or number 3. I don't remember off the top of my head. Money flow negative money flow. That means basically there was selling on strength today. So I'm expecting people are sneaking out the back door with this move. And I suspect that Apple's going to keep falling. And we're going to we'll get paid on our Apple puts. XIV didn't play today. Nugget we talked about, as well as Dust. UNG, I told people it was probably a short. And if you want to put some puts on, you can. I think the moves over in UNG. I just didn't see anything that was going to give you a big enough return to justify the risk, and I didn't want to buy multiple contracts of options on UNG at this point. Oil. Let's talk about oil. Remember yesterday I showed you my little day trading money machine thing, and made $500 three trades. That's normal for me, anywhere from $200-$300 to $600-$700. Catch most of your trades between 5 in the morning my time to lunchtime. Occasionally you'll get something at the end of the day. So last night, as a close, they ramped it up for the last day of the OPEC meeting, and I just told people, I said, hey, look, we're going to get a sell signal on this overnight, and I put the price out for people where they should short it, and I laid down for a couple hours, and that was 51.76 was the sell signal price, and so I'm actually 51.75. It pushed all the way up to 52, and then it just plunged. I was able to cover at 50.99. It went all the way down to 50.40, but it was 2 in the morning and I was half asleep, and I'm trying to wake my computer up. I just was dumb luck that I woke up. When I did, I was just going to leave the short on, and I was probably thinking, hey, we'll be down a little bit, but the news was awful. And then every sell signal for the rest of the day we just took. I think we took like 8 oil trades, and we've made nearly $3,000 today using the day trading money machine. I posted on Twitter. If anybody really wants me to put it up there, I will. But it's legit, and this is normal. And like I said, for what I charge for it, and I'm still running a special on it, it's worth it to you guys. It really is. I'm trying to help people trade and navigate and take the worry and risk out of trading. And you don't have to just use it for oil. We have a subscriber that uses it. All he trades is IWM and TWM. And I think he did as well as I did just trading those today, just puts and calls based on the signal. So it works really well with anything really highly liquid. So I'd say SPY normally, but SPY is not really moving that much. But small caps are great. Oil's great. Natural gas usually works too. And so I really encourage you to do it. I mean, you'll make your nut. I mean, this is the last 2 days, almost 2 weeks worth of income on my family budget that I require for trading. So anyway, I think oil will probably be kind of a pause tomorrow, I would suspect. But they broke the oil market today, and now I'm looking for that oil to get down to into the high 30s, low 40s again, because now we're getting to the shoulder. July and August, end of June are really bad for oil. So it should be a good summer for us selling rips on oil. XBI flat. XLK, I think they use this to kind of ramp the market. When I say ramp, the market was up like 0.35%. So actually 0.47% today. So it wasn't like it was smoking. Here's ERX. So we had the 29 puts on, and made like 120% on the trade in 2 days. Again, this is another signal. I'll be publishing it soon, but it's based on a 15-minute embedded crossover failure, and it only works on the ultras, but it works really well on the ultras. And so that was a nice trade for me. That was $1,100, almost $1,200. And I could have made more. I jumped out a little early on it. The spreads were big, so you kind of have to pick your poison on when you want to get out of it. But I think we got the meat of the move. SLV didn't really react too much today. It's above its 100-day. It's embedded Stokes. Money flow's winding up again. I don't know. I think they're gonna have a hard time selling it off. Same with gold. Real estate, we're not really talking about yet. AG, we're in AG, so it didn't get down to my buy again. So this is one I'm hoping. It's consolidating above its 100-day moving average. The Stokes are still embedded. Money flow is is neutral, and I think once they know the Fed's not going to raise rates, this thing's gonna rocket. I'm looking for at least 80% move on this thing when it goes. Here's Amazon. Amazon was number 1 or number 3. I get the two mixed up between the two. Negative version of money flow. I mean, like 100% like of normal to the negatives. It's huge. MLS isn't doing much. SH might be something we might want to start thinking about soon. Drip. We were in drip. Trade called for a close at 20. Some guys hung on a little bit longer, but boom. 2-3 days, 10%. We'll take that all day long. We're in TWM, and like I said, small caps, when this goes, small caps aren't getting any love here. So when this thing goes, small caps are just going to go. Usually what happens is the strong things don't get the weak get the weakest. And so I think once this Russell moves, then we'll see, probably for TWM, I bet we'll see a 20% move without a problem. We'll see a 10% move down in IWM once they decide they need to sell this thing. We're in SLW and sold it off. I just totally ignored it today. It's fine. And if it moved down more, I would have bought more. I just left it be. And if it gets anywhere between 18 and 20, I'm buying more. If it gets over 21.50, I'm selling. And until that range breaks. Dollar was kind of flattish. Talk nat gas. Coffee's getting a bit of a bid, but these things are so non-liquid that I was tired of getting burned on being up 4% one day and have it come down on me 5% the next. But it looks like it's setting up. DBA, which we are in, and we're fully loaded. And I'm going to look for a sell half price here soon. Sugar's trying to fill that gap. No, a little help, I guess. I guess the yen selling was probably will help the market a little bit. It certainly didn't help oil. There's nat gas. Wheat was kind of flattish. Corn was flattish, down a little bit. Biotech. JJG's just hanging down there. We have full position. I'm just sitting on it. SILJ, I'm going to add to this soon. I just didn't want to get caught in some sort of vortex here with the miners being too heavy. VVIX was flat. VIX was up today. And the 10-year was down, the yield. So, just don't know. Back to SPY. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend. And one thing we're going to do is, I know a lot of people have been asking me about Bitcoin and digital currencies and do we trade it and so on and so forth. And officially we don't, but unofficially we do. My partner Phil in our advanced binary room, he's been trading Bitcoin since 2011. He has all the levels and retracement levels, money flows and so on and so forth. So we talked last night because we had that big of a push up yesterday. Looks like we got a little bit of a sell down. We think we're early in this parabolic move with the digital currencies, and we're going to add that to the service. We're just getting our ducks lined up in terms of the systems and the indicators and what to share with you guys. So if you're interested in digital currencies and how to trade them, because you just don't buy them and sit on them. If you do that, you don't need our room. You're just buying and sitting on them. But if you want to trade in and out of them to get the best average, if you want to lend them to earn additional income, then you might want to think about joining the advanced binary room on our tradegenius.co site, and then get in the chat room, and we'll lay out the buy sell sides. And if you're interested in our training courses, just go to tradegeniusacademy.com. We have 1 through 12. We have binary training that we're loading out there now, and then we also I'll have the tips and tricks where I have the day trading money machine. So everything is half price through the rest of the month, and you can get a fantastic education. I'm told that I'm way too cheap, but I want to make it affordable. I want you guys to have a backup plan. So anyhow, you guys have a great night, and we'll have some fun this weekend. I'll probably do a video with Phil on digital currencies. Be fun to watch, talk about the pros and cons, how to trade them, how to manage your trades, what to look for, and so on and so forth. So look for that, and you guys have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.